Symi is one of the most beautiful small islands in Greece. It is famous for its colorful harbor, neoclassical houses, crystal clear bays and peaceful atmosphere. But Symi is also a little different. There is no airport, many beaches are best reached by boat, and if you only stay around the harbor, you will miss a lot. I'm Chrysula, a local here in Greece, and on this channel I share practical travel tips and destination guides from around the country. In this video, I'll show you how to plan your trip to Symi, what to see, and the most useful tips before you go. Let's start with where Symi actually is. Symi is part of the Dodecanese Islands, the same island group as Rhodes, Kos, Patmos and Castellorizo. It is located northwest of Rhodes, close to the coast of Turkey, and this is why most visitors reach Symi by ferry from Rhodes. The island is small, but its location makes it one of the easiest islands to add to a trip around Rhodes and the Dodecanese. Now, let's talk about how to get to Symi. Symi doesn't have an airport, so the only way to get there is by sea. Most visitors take the ferry from Rhodes, where you will find the nearest international airport. The journey usually takes around 1 to 1.5 hours, depending on the boat. So Symi works well either as a day trip or as part of a longer Dodecanese itinerary. One thing to check is the departure port in Rhodes. Some ferries leave from Colonna port and others from Akantia port. They are close to each other, but always check your ticket carefully. There are also ferry connections with other Dodecanese islands, but for most visitors, Rhodes is the easiest option. And as always with Greek islands, check the ferry schedule before booking your flights or accommodation, especially during summer. Now that we have covered how to get there, let's talk about day trips versus staying overnight. Many people visit Symi as a day trip from Rhodes, and if that's your only option, it's definitely worth it. Most day trips give you around 3 hours at Gialos, the main port, where you can walk around, take photos and have coffee or lunch by the water. Depending on the trip you choose, you may also visit Panormitis Monastery or stop at a beach for swimming. But if you can stay for 1 or 2 nights, you'll see a quieter side of Symi after day trippers leave. So my advice is simple: go for the day if your time is limited, but stay overnight if you want to enjoy Symi properly. Now let's start with the place you'll see first when you arrive in Symi, Gialos, the main harbor. This is the most famous image of Symi, with colorful neoclassical houses built amphitheatrically around the bay. It is one of the most beautiful harbors in Greece, and honestly, the arrival by boat is part of the experience. Take some time to walk along the waterfront, admire the architecture, browse the small shops and stop for a coffee, lunch or seafood by the water. Gialos is also where you'll find many hotels, restaurants, boat trips and the main arrival point for ferries and day trips. Even if you are only visiting Symi for a few hours, this is the area where you will probably spend most of your time. After exploring Gialos, head up to Chorio, the old upper town of Symi. You can reach it by climbing the Kalli Strata, the old stone steps that connect the harbor with the upper town. The walk is beautiful, with old mansions, small churches and lovely views over Gialos and the colorful harbor. But it is uphill, so avoid it in the middle of a hot summer day. If you don't want to climb, you can also take the local bus from the harbor. Once you're there, wander through the narrow streets, enjoy the views and see a quieter, more local side of Symi, away from the busy waterfront. Chorio is especially nice later in the afternoon or in the evening when the light is softer. After Gialos and Chorio, another important place to know about in Symi is Panormitis Monastery. The monastery is located on the southwest side of the island. in a beautiful, sheltered bay, and it's dedicated to Archangel Michael, who is considered the protector of Symi and of sailors. The monastery has a long history. The current complex dates mainly from the 18th century, while its impressive bell tower was added later, in the early 1900s. Inside you'll find the famous icon of Archangel Michael Panormitis, which is very important for pilgrims from Symi, the Dodecanese and other parts of Greece. Many day trips from Rhodes include a stop here, either before or after visiting the main harbor. But if you're staying in Symi, you can also get there by local bus from Gialos, which makes it easy to visit on your own. There is also a small bakery at Panormitis, so you can stop for something simple before or after your visit. Just remember that it is a religious site, so dress respectfully when you visit. Now let's talk about beaches and boat trips, because in Symi they often go together. Symi is not known for long sandy beaches. Most beaches are small pebbly bays with crystal clear water and a peaceful atmosphere. Some are easier to reach, like Pedi, Nimborio and Marathunda. But many of the most beautiful spots are best visited by boat, including Agios Giorgios de Salonas, Nanu Beach and smaller bays around the island. Agios Giorgios is especially dramatic, with huge cliffs above the sea, while Nanu is a beautiful bay with crystal clear water. So if you have time, I really recommend taking at least one boat trip. And don't forget water shoes, because many beaches in Symi are pebbly. Now let's talk briefly about food. Like many Greek islands, Symi is a great place for fresh fish and seafood, especially if you eat it by the water in Gialos, Pedi or one of the smaller bays. The island is also famous for Symi shrimp, tiny shrimps that are usually fried and eaten whole. Another local thing to try is tourtakia, a traditional Symian cheese pies, which are small, crispy and perfect as a snack. Before you visit Symi, there are a few practical things to know. The island has many steps and hills, especially around Chorio, so comfortable shoes are a must. Many beaches are pebbly, so water shoes can also be useful. In summer, try to explore Gialos and Chorio early in the morning or later in the afternoon, when it's not that hot. If you're visiting on a day trip, don't try to do too much. Enjoy the harbor and choose either Panormitis or a beach stop, depending on your tour. And if you're staying overnight, check your accommodation location carefully, especially if you have heavy luggage. So, is Symi worth visiting? Absolutely, especially if you're already planning a trip to Rhodes or the Dodecanese. Symi is not the island for big sandy beaches or intense nightlife. It is the island for colorful architecture, peaceful harbors, boat trips, clear water, seafood by the sea, and slow island moments. If you only have one day, go. It is still worth it. But if you can stay overnight, Symi becomes even more special after the day trippers leave. I hope this video helped you plan your trip to Symi. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like and subscribe for more Greece travel guides. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!